Hey guys, welcome back. So today's video is going to be a get away with me type of video. Yes, I got my new extensions in. They're toned, they're pretty. It might be a little bit too dark, but whatever. I'm going to use my Huda Beauty palette. Prime my eyes real quick. So I'm not sure I'm going to talk about what the hell. I did get to go to the chiropractor yesterday. He's really cool. His family does like the whole medicine and everything like that. So it's not just a cracking type of chiropractor. So we was talking like how Thanksgiving, the baby is, everything like that. And I was talking about this chiropractor that basically just touch here and crack the rest of the body. I was like, oh, hell. I was like, he started laughing. He was like, yeah, I've heard that many times before. I was like, he's like, yeah. And we were both kind of like, I'm surprised no, he hasn't hurt anybody yet. So yeah, not cool. So I'm just going to use a shadow stick. I used a shadow stick from LA Color the other day because I was able to finally use it on top of base. You might hear my space heater in the on in a bit. So yeah, it's very light. I'm like, I don't really like it. The white one I do. This one is just a little too light for my liking. Which is why it didn't work underneath the thing. So I'm going to try to use it this way. See if I can. I still got a lot left. I want. But you know. There's that. Okay. Alright. So I'm going to use this palette. I do have, of course, 2 different shades pressed in there, so I forget what I put in there. Oh yeah, that darker purple. You might see a crazy cat in the background. That's my Lulu. They're always chasing Ozzy or his sister. Mostly his sister. Mostly Ozzy, I mean. Okay, so I'm not sure where I want to take this eyeshadow palette, so I might just go in that like purple. I did push this purple in there, just kind of make it a little bit more unique. Instead of just having my problem with this palette, it was just like it was too light for my skin tone. Or what I like in a palette. Maybe I can clean my brushes tomorrow, I'm not sure. Let me find my towel so I can, like I have my blanket on my legs, but I don't want to use that. Okay. So I'm not sure exactly like when I'm gonna do certain different project pans and everything like that. Or like, cause you know, I don't do many finales. Unless of course they call for it. Kind of like the Team Project Pan, the Partners in Cream, that type of thing. I might do my Project 10, because that's kind of like in the middle. Usually I like to fold that one around the same time I do my Partners in Cream. So that one might have a finale. So I'm trying to clean up my apartment because it's so fucking nasty. I'm like, drives me nuts. Now, when the hell did this brush go? Okay, so I can't find that stupid brush. It's like a little small one. So I'm going to use, maybe just use this little guy. What the hell? I swear, Lucius likes to get in my freaking brushes and pick them up and throw them everywhere. I was looking for one thing. I was just like, okay, I know I stuck it here. How did it get over there? And then I was like looking at him, was like, there's Lucius with a brush in his mouth. Yep. Usually 90% of the culprit. What's that? Now I'm going to use, I really want to use the shade Royal. And flop on. Because I used to have like pens and stuff like on top of my, like hanging on my fridge in a container. Yeah, that didn't go so good. Lucius like, no, I don't like them. And he just grabbed them by his mouth and throw them on the floor. I wake up and there's like 20 pens on the floor. of the ones he didn't like. You can guess whose that is? Okay, let me do that eye. Alright, so I put some primer on. Let's see, let me show the subs. Everything else I'm using the Be Pure Glow Serum, the Glow Recipe, similar to Dupe. A little Benefit Professional Moisturizer. And I also use this guy from OPV Beauty, starting to go down. I might have 2 primers at the end of the month, which I'm excited. And this the dude, I'm just getting sick of it. I haven't decided to throw it out yet from Huda Beauty, but I'm getting freaking sick of it. So maybe that might be another video. I was putting on my primer and my stuff, and I'm just kind of like, the baby's like, doing one of those cute little things, you know? So yeah, this is actually behaving a little bit better than it was yesterday. That's a good thing. So it was just like falling everywhere. I was like, I couldn't deal with it. Okay, I usually put it around my eyes. Okay. Like I got this a little bit left. So yay, it might last like a few more days. So I'm like, alas, it's about gone. But you know, cool. Okay, so now I need to do is decide what kind of foundation I want to use today. So I might this might do Joa. What the hell? Then just the same 2 I was using yesterday. A little bit of each. And just mix it on the back of my hand and flop it on. The Lord Geller is a little too not the tone I don't like, but whatever. I've been taking my one foundation I have, Clinique, and I'm just drop a little bit in. So just kind of, not really thins it out, but you know, makes it easy to spread. Because both of my Kick-Ass and the Joa one is more of a matte foundation, and so is everyone else. That works. I'm actually going to just put a smidgy bit on this guy because I'm trying to use this guy up. There we go, squirt. Just like a little bit. And this one's actually more warm tone, I believe. Want to give it to me. But I don't get into the whole skin tints, anything like that, because it's pointless. I swear, now and lately in the makeup society, it's just like everybody wants to wear some basically lip gloss and mascara, and it's just kind of like just over it. That kind of trend. I was watching some people and they were having, you know, not the eye makeup, you know, but just foundation, concealer, you know, basic stuff. And they were just looking at themselves. It's just like, I got too much makeup on. I was like, what makeup? I'm looking for my, this little thing. I always have near me. I'm just thinking, you really don't have much on. I'm like, really? And it's like, I swear, like the younger generation is just kind of like getting to the point that I just don't need anymore. I'm actually, this tan is just the damn line sucks. Like, really sucks. Makes it more light. Alright. Except for these guys. I know, I get so many bitches that go, your foundation's too dark to your body. It actually matches me perfectly. Oh yeah, I want to put a get your eyes check. Which I don't get. I'm like, they can leave harsh, stupid ass bullshit ass comments, but the creator can't because then they get flagged. Makes no sense. Alright, so there it is. Okay, now I'm just going to use, of course, the concealer and my thing. Or they go, your makeup's unique, your application, everything like. I'm like, not really. I'm like, as everybody else does it. Now, most people, only like most beauty gurus, just use a freaking blender, beauty blender, and a damn brush. But you know, I'm like, seriously, I'm like, freaking you, media made that damn thing popular. Because even when I was 12-ish, when I was getting into makeup, you know, not like 12, but when I started wearing foundations, I've always used my fingers. I'm like, who remember applying their eyeshadows with a sponge tip? When? I'm like, most of us probably don't even know brushes until we actually watch makeup YouTube. So that is actually the old viewers. It's kind of fault because they're the ones that not really created it, but you know, makeup artists are the ones that always use that shit. So that's kind of like their thing. So wait, I try to add some, like no matter what, this stupid concealer, I swear this even as warm, L'Oreal does not do warm. They do neutral. And I'm like, no matter how much I try, damn thing looks bad. Like I said, they do pink, neutral pink, and warm pink. I'm just kind of like, that's kind of how they do it. I was like, dude, I need like a warm undertone, not a pink thing. Like now it's a little bit better. It's not as, my pen is still too light. Because I don't like the whole, you know, look that the Kim Kardashian look when it's super bright underneath the eyes and it just looks stupid as shit. When you have some face in the front, it's about 5 shades lighter. Yeah, that's for, of course, for photography. Photography makeup and action makeup is two different things. Alright, so there's that. Now I need to grab my extra concealer. The fuck? Alright, got my NARS. I swear I went to the damn chiropractor, came home, and everything's all weird. I'm like, look at my camera, and then of course Lucius knocked it over. I was like, Jesus Christ, dude. Like I got basically a kitten, a 2-year-old cat that acts like he's about 2 years old. I mean, 4 months old. Probably more like 6, actually, 6 months, but still. Well, technically 24 weeks now, if you want to do it that way. 25 months, but still. Because his birthday was last month, so he's almost 25 months, I mean. But that's why he has ADHD. That's why Ozzy came to play. I'm just going to try blend this guy out. Like, I hate beauty blenders. They just, suck. So don't ask. Because I get one in every single video. What is it, anybody? Oh my god, I'm like, I won't even put it like, are you freaking two? I'm like, now my if I got this over your face. Alright, so there's that, the contour. It's starting to blend a little bit, but it was like when I first started, I was like, whew. So now I'm just gonna use Tom Ford, the lipstick. Because I really want to get this guy out this year. Oh wait, which kitten's going crazy? They're just like, me, mommy? I'm like, I can tell. So there's that. So I guess I'm saying like, let the 2-year-olds have their party. And let the people actually do what they want. I can get this stuff on the thing. There we go. I'm actually having barely used this thing too. That's the funny part. The Tarte. Not because I just don't. These like glow on things are just, I swear they're meant for light skin, not for deeper skin. Alright, so now I'm going to use, back to my thing. Same kind of dude I've been using for a while. It's slowly going down. I'm like, again, kind of like excited-ish. Because I want to put the rest of that Dolby in there. Which I see how we are getting closer. Because that would be another one of these things that are putty shit that I don't like. Because they just dry up super easily. But I'm going to see how much, if I can put any of this in there. Nah, like, on me. My chiropractor gave me some supplements for my adrenal glands because they've been kind of like little pricks. So I'm like always tired, especially when I wake up in the morning. It sucks. If I don't kind of feel like out of it, that's the reason I'm like dead. Okay, so there's that. Now I'm just going to use, hang on, my nose is bugging me. Okay. Now I'm actually going to use this guy, the Jason Wu, to do the cream contour, to do the contour and bronzer and everything else. This one, like as a, you know, kind of like a palette I actually like because it's not, you know, universal. Like more brands seem to come out with like these kind of things, like different shades. I believe I got one of the darkest ones, which is kind of hilarious. So I might put in my for painting that palette next year. paint that face palette next year. I haven't decided yet. But the problem is I most likely am not going to use it much. So for the idiot that thinks my bronzer is too dark, get a life. It's called I do it on purpose, so when I put my powder on, I can actually see my bronzer. And I guess the people that are bitches don't understand makeup. Is that cool? Yeah, and I might just, let's see, might go use Dulce. My Dulce highlighter. It's another one I'm trying to use up for the end of the new year. I'm getting close. Not like close, but I've had big paint on it. Not anytime soon to repress it or anything like that, but it's getting to the point that thinking about it. Because I haven't decided what if I want to franken it or not. Like move it out type of thing. Do a different thing. So there's that. And I might just use a little bit of this guy. Flop it on top. That's a franken. So I haven't decided after I use this one which highlight I'm going to work on. Or I'm just going to work on my frankens and go from there. So there's the cheeks. I know some people don't like it. I don't care. Do you. Kind of like do what you want to do and don't bitch about others. Because what you like is maybe not something what other people like. Because I don't don't like looking like a freaking ghost. You know, what's the point of wearing makeup and the no makeup shit is like seriously. I thought this dumb trend has died down now, but it's just like I see it all the time. I'm just like, and then people just go like a fucking retard, just stare at you when you have actually makeup on. Well, damn it, some of those Asians are just fucking asinine. The other day, I was like trying to help one of them, and they wanted something. I was just like, okay, what exactly did you want? Because some of them do speak good, decent English, and some of them speak, their language or Spanish. And when they speak Spanish, I'm kind of like, okay, sort of get it. Because I can talk Spanish in high school, so I have a little bit of it. And of course, I've always been Peggy here from Cannon Hill from certain things. Even though her Spanish is probably not the best in the world. Oh wait, there's that. It just kind of, does this thing. And I'm just gonna go around my primer on my face real quick to make sure. People are like, what are you doing? I don't know, I hate sticky fly makeup. I see so many people on YouTube, they just kind of like put foundation and they go out the business. And I'm just like, oh, are you actually wearing it during the day or are you going to take it off in the next 2 minutes? Like I get it, dry skin is easy to set, but I'm like, geez, people. All right, so this is getting there. I might have that done by the end of the year. Cross your fingers. It's so awesome. And then I'm going to use the powder in here to set underneath my eyes. Underneath my eyes. Kind of nice. And I just kind of go across it like around here to brighten it up a hair bit. There we go. Cool. So I'm going to come back to that in a second. I do like it. It's just like I don't need it. Now I'm going to use some brows on this little dude. I'm trying to get to the bottom-ish. On those benefit-ish dupes, I guess you want to call it. Okay. Ooh, I kind of like that. I actually worked on my shaping them up a little bit the other day. Well, they're not as... I don't like thick brows on me. I look really weird. That's another thing, the trend that drives me nuts is a bushy brow that, looks manly. And I think it's hilarious that people say that, oh, it ain't just you with certain brows. I'm like, certain brows are for certain face types. And people with certain faces can do that. Other faces cannot. I cannot do that. I look weird. So I hate when people are saying, oh, this certain makeup makes you this. Smoky eyes ages you. No. It's like, I don't know who's telling you that, but they're telling you bullshit. It's just like, wake up to the real world, stop being a fucking cunt, or whatever you want to call it, a freaking Karen. Karen, cunt, whatever you want to call it. Same thing. And just grow up. I'm like, people just don't know how to act anymore. I was watching on Instagram, a cartoon is basically a lady goes ringing up her groceries and ends up $900. And then they're basically having a heart attack every single time they go up. I'm like, it was funny, but it was just kind of like, do people actually act like that in real life? I hope not. Alright, so there's that. Now I'm going to do my eyeliner. Okay, there's that. Now I need to go around my brows, this eyeshadow again, because he's just kind of, not as round as the other one. I don't do the whole, I swear, certain people just think makeup is one dimension, and it's not, it's an art. So you want to be one of those turds that act like an asshole and do whatever they freaking want, go ahead, I don't give a shit. But like I said, I'm getting tired of people that think, hello, that everybody has to wear a certain kind of a look. Yes, makeup has no rules. Makeup has a theory. Again, that kind of falls back on the rules. Which I think which is kind of like, okay, so you're saying it has a theory, but but you also say it has no rules. So it's kind of like you're going back and saying, oh, you have to do it this kind of way. So, yeah. For the dipweeds that don't understand, no one to wear mascara and freaking lip gloss and bitch about it. I say anybody else, that's the correct how I do it. How the people just wear mascara and lip gloss as the quick way of doing their makeup. Blame TikToks, college kids, and there's always a freaking college kid that's always bitching and saying that I think they're better than other people. I got a couple next door. They have people come in all hours of the night, stay over, and then leave. And I'm trying to have Stitch catch him. He's just kind of like, maybe I do whatever. Well, they got caught and they're just kind of like, sneak them in through the back door. I'm not sure if I'm just gonna do like one coat or whatever. Oh, that hair mask that I was able to, that showed you in my last video. Yeah, I used that up. I actually washed my extensions and everything like that. Washed my hair. And I just used the rest of the mask on my extensions. I didn't have much left, so I figured might as well kill two birds with one stone and do it that way. And it just like it sucked the shit out of them up. These are my new ones, and I just toned them, and I swear to God, I'm like, close up more in my extra hair. I was like, alright, so I'm about done, and just need to do is set brows, contour nose, that type of thing, and of course do my lips. And then maybe take down the hair, the ponytail of my hair. So yeah, not sure how you're usually tired of this video, but people that have nothing else to do and bitch can get a life. I do more, not like a deep contour or anything like that. I just do like a regular contour. I've actually done like a deep one and I just loved it. But that actually takes a little bit more time. So there's like I actually like contour, like deep contour, anything like that. So you want to see me do that, let me know. So there's that. Okay, cool. Now I'm just gonna put a little bit of lips on for the hey. Same old dude. He's getting there. He's about a few more sharpens away. Which I'm not sure when I'm going to start the next. Same with my lip product pans. They just keep going and whatever. Like, I really don't want to use Tom, but I can use this guy. This is Seduce. So, of course, the makeup, this will wear off. I'm trying to get a little bit less pinkier. So I guess maybe I put some this gloss on. If anybody's asking about the lipstick, it's from the Sephora line. And I think it's an older one. I think they discontinued it. I can't find it on their website anymore. Which is kind of a bummer because the one named Quickie was my favorite one. It's similar to Kenny Yum Yum, but it's a hair bit darker. Okay, now let's get into so you can actually see these. So there's my newbies. Something. Yeah, they got some. I put some gel in them too this morning. So yay! I know, really. I got these bad boys off AliExpress. I was like, I think it's kind of funny how it cool. These guys are like super. They were supposed to be wavy when I washed them. They just went. Whoop. So yeah, yay! Right. So I hope you guys like this. Comment and questions down below, anything like that. Leave we respectful and anything like that. Until my next video. See you guys later. Bye, guys.